We just spent 18,000 rupees to buy Perplexity Max, which allows you to use their Perplexity Computer. There is no other agentic AI tool that can actually match these features. This is not a paid collab, and trust me, you're not gonna believe the kind of results we saw from Perplexity. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright folks, so we have our hands on the max plan of Perplexity. This is a PDF that Perplexity created for me, where it went across the internet, found leads, found their information, explained to me why they would need our AI training, and then added labels to them. Everything that you see in front of you was created by Perplexity. It has added categories with all information, and it was able to achieve this agentically. What that means is also something I will clear out very, very soon. Then after it shortlisted the leads, we created one more task where I told Perplexity that please create customized email IDs. So now it went to each and every person's LinkedIn profile, created a custom email body, and it created a proper PDF where my team could just copy paste these things. And by the way, I can also connect this directly to my Gmail and dispatch all the emails at scale. Our company was spending too much on subscriptions. So I have an email ID where almost all subscriptions are sending their invoices. I told Perplexity to go to my email ID, figure out where are we spending so much of money, because we were spending almost 2-3 lakh rupees a year. So I was very worried, and Perplexity went, it found all of the information, categorized it accurately, not even a single mistake. In fact, even added a dark or light theme toggle, and created a dashboard, which by the way took my finance team, my people, at least a day of effort, 4 to 5 hours of effort, and even they could not make a dashboard like this. Even they ended up making an Excel sheet, tracking everything individually. Now, how is this working? I have a prompt here in front of me, and assume that I own a company and I want customers. Instead of doing everything manually, instead of finding leads and then learning about marketing and then executing a plan, we've created a prompt here. So I'm going to copy this entire prompt. And we've actually tried a bunch of different use cases, but I want to run something in front of you. So I'm going to go to new task, paste this entire prompt, and in the plus sign, I'm going to add some brochures of my organization. So these brochures are about our courses and the enterprise trainings. This is how the prompt looks like. I want you to build a sales and marketing agent for my company, the Cutting Edge Group. The context is I've added my company website, and we're going to click on submit. And then I've mentioned that these are 2 of my products. The brochures are provided in the attachment. So now as a human, I am deciding the life purpose of this entire Perplexity agent, which by the way is going to be half of your work moving forward. These AI agents are not perfect, 110%. They're super expensive, very, very problem worthy. They make mistakes from time to time, but this is the latest worst of AI. So please take my advice seriously. The way we work is going to change forever. Colleges are not preparing, schools are not preparing. I don't blame them in general. We work in the industry and it has become so difficult for even for us to keep a track of these changes. So now I have added my YouTube channel, and then for my reference, what we've done is that we've pasted some YouTube videos that teach how to do marketing. Right? And here we can mention Perplexity as well, but these videos were all about helping them understand how to use Claude Code skills. But in the end, we want to achieve the same outcomes with Perplexity. And then I've given steps that learn about marketing and sales, study the provided videos, create a Google Sheet of 10 possible leads from LinkedIn and other possible sources, and then get verification on the leads from me, and then draft a personalized email for each of these leads and store them in a Google Sheet and get verification from me at every step. Now let me show you what's going to happen. By the time I was explaining you all of these things, it says I will start loading relevant skills and study all the material you've given to me. So remember when we did Claude, in Claude, when you open a specific plugin, you have access to all the skills in front of you. So it's very transparent on the documentation. And if you've been following us for a while, I have been screaming this at the top of my lungs that your ability to document your systems, your ability to document your workflows is going to be the biggest blessing you'll ever have for your growth, because very soon AI agents will create AI agents. So more than just having your SOPs in your brain, if you have documented your SOPs, that's going to be a huge win. This Claude skill could be edited on our own. We're still not able to figure out how do you do the documentation of skills inside Perplexity. It is not available to us as of now. Then, once it created all of these skills on its own, it created a to-do list and it has deployed multiple agents. So one agent is reading PDF 1, one agent is reading PDF 2. Then it went to my website on cuttingedge.school, by the way, which does not happen on Claude. When we asked Claude to go to cuttingedge.school, it refused because Claude can only read .com websites right now. This went to .school as well. Then it studied my YouTube channel. Now it is watching all of the YouTube videos as well. So this was a YouTube video that we had found. So it is watching that YouTube video. And when I say watch, it has taken a very smart route. It just converts everything into a transcript, understands the transcript. Then it is asking for me to connect all of my tools. So by the way, to execute all of these tasks, you need to have your applications connect to your Perplexity computer. Very similar to Claude as well. So on Claude, when you go to connectors, you can have all of these applications in one single place. And we've covered this previously, so I'm not going to deep dive into this. When we said that make a video on the entire Claude versus Pentagon news, it was able to create images. It was able to put those images into a video. It went to 11 labs, found the clone of Danish, who's one of our instructors at the Cutting Edge School, $200 million, put it all together, added subtitles, highlighted the areas, and created the entire reel and gave it to us. I'm not sure if you can digest the fact that Perplexity Computer is now reading content, making videos, putting things together. And if you remember our agentic AI videos, we always told you that the huge difference between an AI tool and an AI agent is that AI agent can hop between applications to get things done. Earlier, we used to teach N10 and Make, and that itself was pretty difficult for a lot of people, but now it is all about instructions. I thought we will reach this point by 2028, where we will be into a human-led and agent-operated world. This is something that Microsoft had mentioned in their work index report. But it's February 2026, and we are already here. This clone was created by Perplexity Computer again, and it went to Duolingo, took all the screenshots, and created the entire clone. This entire thing has been created by Perplexity Computer. So folks, what do you do now? Step number 1, please start being hands-on with these AI tools. The world is moving too quickly. It's going to become a huge problem if you don't understand at least the basics of agentic AI, the basics of prompting, the basics of SOP writing, the basics of thinking in general. AI might do the first mile work, but it can never do the last mile work. That is where your taste, your judgment, your pattern finding skills come into the picture. Get your hands dirty with the top LLMs, whether it's Claude, Gemini, or GPT. Figure out what works and what doesn't. You need to learn what AI can and cannot do. And at the very same time, invest in agentic tools, even if it's a basic version of N10 or Make. We've already created tons of videos. We now have an online academy. Details of that are in the description. If you're a beginner, knowing the fundamentals of agentic AI will get you far more ahead of professionals who studied for years. And you know what's the crazy part about Perplexity Computer? They don't take control of your computer. Claude takes access of your terminal, whereas Perplexity creates a virtual machine. So it's completely safe and secure. The word computer has a human origin. It started as a job title for a person, not a name for a machine. Can you imagine? The word computer was a job title for a human who could be really good with numbers. And with the way these things are going, there's a very high chance that a lot of our job titles will be snatched away from human beings. None of us would believe that the word computer is not for a machine, but it started with a human being. So you are witnessing a massive change, and I obviously do not recommend you folks to spend 18,000 rupees on this, and this will get cheaper with time. Perplexity has also launched a finance tab where you can have insane levels of analysis on stocks, on investments, on your watch list. You can ask about markets and you can do analysis better than before. There was a time when people used to make a lot of fun of rappers and people used to say that, oh, what is the big deal in making a rapper? Turns out companies who are into rappers like your Apple, your Copilot, and Perplexity are now winning. Let me know in the comment section if you want a deep dive into any other tool that you've come across. We at the Cutting Edge School have always tried to come up with latest tutorials and give you a reality check on how fast the world is going. My strong recommendation to you is to click on the subscribe button, because if you go to our previous history in the last 1 week, we've been the first ones, the most early movers in the space to bring you high quality tutorials. If you're a teacher, if you're a designer, if you're an editor, we're hiring aggressively based off Gurugram. Share your portfolio, your salary expectations, and your proof of work to talent@anshmehra.com. I hope that you're taking care of your mind and body. This is your instructor, Ansh Mehra, and you are watching the Cutting Edge School.